And no shade, do what you do. It's great. For me, when I listened to Mariah Carey, I knew it was Mariah Carey.
Yes.
When I listened to Whitney Houston, I knew it was Whitney Houston.
Yes.
When I listened to these women, I was like, that is who it is, because it's a distinct sound, and that's what I like for my ears. Mm-hmm. So when I decided to put out music, I was like, I'm gonna put out something that sounds like me, and I'm gonna do things that I know I can do, and I can do very well.
Hi, it's Jon ALi, and today we are on track with Vincent. Hello. Hi, baby.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm swell.
You're good.
I'm sweating and swell, but I'm swell.
You're coming off kind of like a busy Pride Month.
Yeah. It's not over yet. I leave in like 2 days.
Oh, you're doing San Diego?
New York.
Oh, New York.
Yeah.
Wait, oh yeah. What are you doing in New York?
A show. Just like a one-off private Pride event show.
Oh, is this like a showcase?
Kind of. It's like a fancy like company, and they're like, we love gays too. You should come and sing for us. And I said, throw me that check and I will.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. Yeah.
Perfect. So your Pride isn't over necessarily yet.
No, I think, and also Pride goes until October.
I always forget that.
Yeah.
I'm just because I'm from New York, so I just think
Pride's over when New Year's Pride is over.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand it.
But how's it been so far?
It's been great. It's been, like you said, busy, but kind of my craziest like month yet. It's just been show after show. I think I've been home total of like 5 days this month, or in June, and so it's just been wild.
And how do you feel like the Pride crowds are just vastly different from everything else you're doing, or like do you like it?
I hate it. No, I love it. It's been nice though to see how expanded the crowd has gotten in the sense of color, in the sense of just allies as well, because it's been kind of everyone. I've seen like straight couples there and gay couples there, and it's just been really, really nice to just be able to sing and dance with everyone, as opposed to just it being, because it is our thing, and it definitely is our moment, but it's nice that we can share with people who also respect and see us in the same way.
Yes, I feel like more as the years have gone on, it's just getting more and more people in.
Yeah.
People are feeling more wanting to like join in the party, whether they're an ally or just a friend.
Yeah.
And it's been nice.
As it should be. That's what it's all about, inclusivity.
Yes. I want to get to know you a little bit. Let's go a little bit of an origin story.
Getting over a moment.
So I know that you grew up in Philadelphia.
Uh-huh.
And how long were you there?
From Philly. I was in Philly until I went to college in Boston. Berkeley. Then from Berkeley, I taught for like a semester there. We're not going to get into that. And then I moved to New York for a year and a half, and then LA.
Okay, so you've been bouncing around a little bit.
Bouncing around.
And growing up life, cute?
Cute enough.
Yeah.
I went to Catholic school until I got to college, so like that wasn't cute.
Okay.
But I also have a family who's like just the best and understanding, and just like the most supportive people that I could have ever asked for,
really?
All around. Even though I lived in a community that didn't really celebrate being gay, they were just kind of an anomaly in that little situation where it was like, no,
you were supported at home.
At home in every way, yeah. And even at school, like some of the nuns knew I was gay, and they were just like, tight. Yeah. Just don't fuck up.
Yeah.
You'll be alright.
And your mom and dad, like, what did they do?
My mom is a dental assistant, and my dad is retired. He was a prison worker.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Crazy house.
Okay.
Yeah.
And were they, like, what was, like, your early influences through music? Like, was it through them, like, or did you just kind of find it on your own?
Through my dad. So my dad also was a singer. He was in a singing group.
Okay.
And he was a background singer when he was younger for some artists, but then he formed this gospel choir kind of group when I was younger, and they would all sing in the house, and that was kind of like my introduction into music.
Okay.
And I didn't know that I was like good at music until like later on, because I would like hum around the house and be like, maybe I'm good, maybe I'm not. They wouldn't really give me any validation, so I'd be like, okay, tight, I'm not sure. But that was my introduction to music, and just being surrounded by that, and like Stevie Wonder being played, and Aretha Franklin, Mariah, Whitney Houston, and then like Destiny's Child entered my life.
Yes.
And I became a Beyonce child.
Okay, so that was like when you were like starting to kind of like captivate your own sort of like circle of music that you like.
No, for sure. Yeah, high school definitely opened me up too, because I went to school with all white kids, so I was introduced to like that world, and fell in love with Regina Spektor, Ingrid Michaelson, Sarah Bareilles, who like for me is like songwriter.
Yes.
Of all
that first album of hers is so good.
Foolishness.
Gravity.
In every way. Yeah. All of it. And so like Joni Mitchell, and I met these women and became so infused in their art and their craft that it kind of really did a number on me, and it helped me expand my my pen in my ear and my like view of the world. Like these are situations that you go through as like a 20-something-year-old white lady, but like also it's familiar to me because I've been through that, and that's how you write about it, and I can write about it too in my way. So it opened me up in a lot of different ways.
And then when you went to Berkeley, were you kind of going there with the purpose of like sharpening those tools a bit?
Oh yeah. So the thing about Berkeley is my mom told me to apply to like 7 colleges. I only applied to 2. But I told her I applied to 7 colleges, and I got into both of those colleges. It was Berkeley and Notre Dame.
Okay.
And I got to Notre Dame on a full ride.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so if she watches this, she does not know this.
Exclusive.
Hey, sis. I love you. Don't be angry. I got it on a full ride.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's
but
incredible.
I went to Berkeley, and I didn't tell her that I got into Notre Dame.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But like, good.
It turned out well.
Yeah.
We're doing good. I can pay my own rent. We're doing well. No, and then I got to Berkeley, and it's sort of just, because Berkeley, there are kids from all over the world that go and try to get in. And so I was open to so many different cultures of music and so many different styles and textures and people and just like culture in general. It was like a very big shock to me coming from, like, being black. The culture of being black is in and of itself like amazing and wild, but like opening your eyes and seeing like people from like Sudan and like Malaysia and just these different places and meeting them and finding out what makes their music tick and like what is their thing is just, it was so instrumental in like my musicianship today, for sure.
Do you still like are in touch with some of the people?
Some of my best
there?
friends from college are my best friends now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, I feel like there was a couple people who went there. I feel like
Carmen, yeah. She's Queen Herbie now, but Carmen, Amy, and Nick went there.
They went there, and Betty who?
Charlie Puth.
Yeah.
Brayton Bum, we were all in the same class.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Very strange.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, like, you kind of, like, you could see the inner workings of the minds early on.
Yeah.
Wow.
They were all idiots, but it was fun.
But you guys were young.
Yeah, we were
figuring it out.
Drunk every day. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
So, like, when you were in Berkeley, were you already, like, writing songs, trying to make music?
I think I was the only one in that little group of friends who wasn't. I was just, like, mostly, I was like, I want to be really good at singing.
Okay.
So right now I'm going to focus only on singing. And they were like, we're going to get in the writer's classes and blah, 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 blah. And, like, it helped me a lot, though. It helped me decide what I didn't want to do and what I wanted to do at the time. Right? At that time, I wanted to get really good at singing. That way, when I started showing people that I was writing songs, I was like, if the song's not great, the vocal will be, so like hopefully you'll like it. I mean, like, I want to progress later, but then and there I wanted to be really just proficient at what I thought I really wanted to do, and I love singing, and singing is my first passion. Yeah. And so I wanted to make sure I was really good at that. But then I got into songwriting, and I didn't get into the songwriting like community because they only wanted like folk songs. Okay. And your girl was listening to like Bjork and Madonna. And,
you were like, I don't know about all that.
I remember getting told by a teacher, he was like, yeah, I don't think you're good for pop music. Like, you're not, like, white and blonde. And I said, tight, I'll see you later. And then I, like, just never showed anyone else in college any of my writing.
Wow.
Ever.
You would think that at a college, that's kind of like the foundation of it is to kind of, like, help your students.
Nurture that.
And nurture
It's weird, though, because the songwriting department there at the time was very much, like, Nashville. If you're gonna be a pop star, you're gonna be this girl who has blonde hair and very pretty.
Like, this is the way to do it, and we're sticking to it.
And it was very much like that. And if you're gonna do pop, you're gonna be white. And if you're gonna do R&B, you gotta be black. And I was like, that's not how any of this works. Like,
yeah.
You don't get what you get.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Hopefully, I think it's changed a lot now since I've been there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into the years, but I think it's changed a lot. Hopefully.
You would think. It's been about, we're not going to age. We're not going to talk about that. We're both 12. But eventually, I'm assuming after Berkeley, did you come here shortly after that?
Yes. No, I moved to New York for a year and a half. I was back and forth from Philadelphia to New York, doing session stuff, auditioning for things, and just trying to see which road was easier traveled, I guess. Okay. I knew the end goal was here because every time I would want a job, it would be here, and I would get the job, and they'd be like, do you live in LA? And I'd be like, no. And so they'd be like, great, maybe next time you have to be here to do this. And all roads kind of led to LA, and I've always wanted to live on the West Coast, so it was just kind of meant to be. And I was singing in a theater in Philadelphia and found a ticket, I was sitting with my best friend watching a movie, and found a ticket for $250 from LA, from JFK to LAX.
And you're like, that's it?
I bought it like 3 days before Christmas.
Oh, wow.
I just flew here and like didn't know anyone.
And you've just been here ever since.
Yeah.
Wow. So those was it rough? Those
It was
few?
trash.
Yeah.
Complete trash. But it was like beautiful trash because I had always wanted to be here, and I'm the kind of person, if I want to do something, I'm going to do it, and I'll just leave and go. And so it was just, it was hard. Like, I cleaned houses, I walked dogs, I did whatever I needed to do to make money, because that's how my parents are. They're just like, we love you, but we can't afford to like support you and like also pay our bills and stuff like that. So it was like, if you want to do this, do it on your own, but like work. And so, and I like working, so it didn't really like seem awful. And like outside looking in, it would have been like, oh, that's really tough, but like, nah.
And because you were just in it, and you were
and
just
I got to go
it.
on audition for things, and I was here, and I got to go sing backgrounds for people, and I was just like, my foot's in the door, so I'm just gonna work. Like, for me, it was really exciting. Yeah. My mom was like, you're gonna die, and I don't know what you're gonna. I was like, I'm good. Don't worry. It's okay. I got it. Yeah.
Was there a moment throughout those times where you're like, okay, I think I've got it like nailed, and I'm like making it happen?
No. Not at all. I was like, okay. Like, I would get a job, they pay me, and then I'd be like, tight, what's next?
Yeah.
There was never, I don't think there's a moment where it's like, I've made it. Because I don't consider, like, I don't know what that point is of being like, I made it. And like, look at me. I think maybe, my first like article that was ever written about me, I was like, that's really fucking tight.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think making it is when I can wake up in the morning and be like, my rent for the next 5 years is paid. And like, I made it. Because I don't have to worry about that. But like, right now, it's just, I'm doing well.
Yes.
And I'm happy.
That's a good place to be.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited about being here right now.
Yeah, because my first introduction to you, I want to say it was the 4, but I feel like it wasn't that. I feel like I saw that you had released Marrow.
Yeah.
Before you were on there.
So I did this like sneak attack thing where I did the show, and I hate singing shows.
Yeah.
Hate it. So they asked me to do it 3 times, and I said no each time. Then my manager sat me down in a Starbucks on Santa Monica and was like, bitch, you need to do this because it's like it's a good idea. And I was like, we can do it if I get to renegotiate this entire contract. And they let me do it. Don't know why, but they let me do it. And so I said yes, I got on the show, and I made this plan. I said I'm going to release my music video for Marrow the day of the finale.
Okay.
I had put the song out. The song was doing good.
Yeah, because I was like, I feel like I discovered Marrow through like just friends through Instagram that were sharing
like
it.
Putting it around, which is really like, great, because I had done a bunch of shows in LA and some in New York before, and I had just went at the Troubadour like a week before I got on the show.
Yes.
But like, no one like looks at that. They were like, you're on the floor, and so like, this is your moment. This is where you've begun. And I was like,
so did you know when Marrow had already been out, but there was no plan for the 4 already, or like it was like in the works?
It was kind of in the works. There was no like concrete plan of being on the show. We had put the song out. I was working on more music, singing it live, and just doing shows. And I did my Troubadour show the day, like a week before I decided to do the 4. And then we mapped everything out because the 4 had already been on. Yeah. And the way the show is set up, it's live each week.
Yeah, and it's just like bang, bang,
it's bang, 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 bang. And when I got on it, and then I got on it, it all like turned around because I was there for like a month and a half in this hotel room, just like making up at 6 in the morning and shooting things and going to bed at like 1 a.m. and like constantly. But I had like a plan. I was like, I'm gonna get on this show. I'm gonna make sure that I sing my ass off. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make sure that there's no rinky-dink music behind me. I'm gonna make sure that when you see me, you see someone like who's really got it and like statuesque, and like I hope I don't trip over my own 2 feet. Yeah. And like I wanted to make a point to be like, no, like Black gay kids can be on television and be like pop stars and sing well and not be made fun of. It's not like a joke. Like they do on American Idol, all the rest of the shows where it's like, oh, look at this kid comes out and he's like a little feminine, so they put like the weird music behind them. It's like, no, fuck that. We're good at what we do. Let me show you. Yeah. And then they did that, and I also have to put my music video out on the same day as the finale.
That was amazing.
I cheated, but it was great.
You didn't cheat. You were smart.
True. We love a business model.
Smart. You made the right moves.
Teach classes.
Take notes. That's basically what that is.
A little bit.
But like that experience for you was ultimately like really amazing.
No, it was the best kind of. And I know people always talk to you about like what's the word they always use? Exposure. It's like we're not gonna pay you, but this is for exposure. It was the best kind of exposure I could have gotten because it showed me to middle America, and like that's a really like tricky thing because there is a good chance they won't like you. Yes. And I remember my like social media numbers were somewhere over like 10,000 when I first started, and like overnight, I mean like 60,000 new fans on each thing, and I was like,
amazing.
What's going on? Yeah. And then also me being like, having this moment of like, do I change my content a little bit? Like, do I?
Yeah.
Do I like not show so much thigh? But like, I was like, no, they see me for who I am. You know what I mean? But it's been great. It's done so much for me, and I'm so grateful for it. Even though I don't like those shows, I have to say that everyone that I met who worked on that show was so kind and so sweet. Like, even after the show, Diddy called me. I was in the middle of the Abbey.
Oh, wow.
Lit. Drunk. And he calls me and he's like, hey, just checking in. How are you doing? Is anything happening? How can we help? And this is after I'm off the show.
Wow.
Have no plans of like going back for the second season.
Yeah.
And it's just like being a supporter. And I'm like, oh, would have never thought. But like, it was really nice to know that it's a kind of a little small community of people that care about you.
Yeah, that's ultimately the kind of experience you hope to have continuously as you continue like progress in life. But you know, things happen. But I'm glad this one was a positive experience. And did you take away like maybe anything? Like did you like a learning experience or anything like that from being on there?
Oh yeah, don't talk when no one's talking to you. Because your mic is always on. Girl, if you could have seen half the things that didn't make it on that TV show that I said, it would have been a different show. Honestly, it's just like, because you see things, and my face is so descriptive, and I also, like, things slip out from time to time.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things behind it, but also just, if you're going to do something like that, do it the way you want to do it.
Yeah.
Like, go on it full thought. If you want to go on and, like, give them this character, do that. Like, commit to that because that's your branding. Because after that, that's how people see you.
That's that.
It's the biggest thing I've learned about, like, just because I have a degree in business from Berkeley, and it's just, like, branding is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way people view you when you first are introduced to them is how they're going to see you until you can give them a new brand that is, like, just as good as the first one.
Yeah.
So it's, like, really commit. If you want to act a fool, act a fool. But, like, be prepared because that's how you're going to be seen. I want to be seen as an artist.
Yes.
As someone who could move you, and hopefully that is what's sticking and going through it all.
No, it very much is, and that's why I think I love seeing everything that you've done since leaving or having that appearance. It's everything that's followed has been so consistent and like genuine to who you are, and I feel like that was kind of like a nice foundation to like maybe where people saw you first.
Thanks, that's good to know.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's, and I mean you've been on it. Like Marrow was out as soon as you were off.
Yeah.
And we've had like what, 4 singles since?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what I love about a lot of your music, or at least most of your music, it's heartbreaking, it's love-filled, it's filled with passion, but you could dance to it. That's
all I care about. I want you to know that I'm out here secretly depressed, but literally in front of you I'm dancing. Because it's both feelings put into one. Like, I've never been sad and then, like, it lasted for a week where I'm like, I can't move.
Yeah.
And that's just not how I am. I'm like, no, I'm sad, but also I'm going to go out to this party, I'm going to rage for a moment because it's also a release for me.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to be able to stand on stage and be like, no, it's okay to be so broken inside that you don't know what to do tomorrow, but in this moment, you can't stop moving your hips. And this is helping you. And it's like, it's therapy, and that's what it should be, and that's what it is for me. So I want to make sure that I relay that whenever I'm on stage or whenever I put a song on. It's like, this is for you. And I want you to have this like magical, glittery pop moment, but also be like, okay, good. I was fucked up when I walked in there, and now I'm leaving. I'm like, I'm a little bit okay. Like, he was trash, but like, I'm good now. You know what I mean? Like, just that, not me being trash, but the person you were in love with. You get what I'm saying. But that moment where it's like, I came into this thing a little heartbroken.
Yes.
Left, still heartbroken, but a little bit better.
Okay.
That's the idea.
Okay.
For all of the things that I do.
Yeah. And I feel like it's like a subject matter that comes really natural to you. You're like 100% okay with just putting that out there.
Yeah, because I mean, like, it's a human experience. Anything that I can experience, you can experience.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not gonna bullshit you.
Yeah.
It's like, I got my heart broken. You've had your heart broken. I was in love. You've been in love. I've had crushes. You've had crushes. So I don't want to exclude anyone from anything. So I would rather just be like, no, this is a terrible night. It was just awful, and I think you should know about all of it. Yeah. Like, my song Remember Me is verbatim what happened to me that night in the club. Like, I'm standing under a disco ball in Mickey's. Not recommended. But this boy I was in love with left with another boy. And I wrote that in a song just under this disco ball, like, watching all this shit happen. And it's like, I know someone else has been in that position.
Yeah.
Maybe not under a disco ball, but in a club or in a restaurant, and you've been like, no, like, don't leave me, I love you so much, but if you're gonna do this, like, just remember me, like,
yeah,
just don't like count me off, you know? And I think it's my job as an artist to be 100% with you.
Yeah.
Because that's what I would want if I listen to someone's music.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I listen to people that I love, I'm like, no, that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when I listened to, like, I think Beyonce, like the Beyonce album, it was so honest.
Yeah.
She was like, no, you fucking cheated on me and you're trash and I'm gonna tell them everything that you did. Yeah, we made it through it, but like, I want you to know all of it. Joni Mitchell and everything she does, she's like, you were awful.
No, that's how people are connecting and they're finding you, and it's like they're finding that they're saying that you're being 100%. You're putting it out there. You're being bare with your emotions, and you're belting it out for them, and you're putting it on these like beautifully fun and spirited like productions.
That's what I want.
Yeah, and it's honestly I read an interview there where you said that you're trying to bring back the vocals into the pop.
Yeah.
And it's so true. Like we've kind of forgotten about those big voiced divas or whatever who would sing the exact same things, but it's like the voice was always like the forefront.
The forefront. So I got in trouble for that. Like I got some messages from some pop girls that like I never mention names because I'm not that kind of person.
No, you didn't mention any names
at all. People got offended and they were like, I'm putting out music, and like it's people that I've met before, and like, but like if you listen to the radio right now and you listen to maybe 4 or 3 like unknown divas, like just new pop girls, I bet you can't tell me their names or the difference.
Yeah.
Because it's like they all kind of sound the same.
Mm-hmm.
And no shade, do what you do. It's great. For me, when I listened to Mariah Carey, I knew it was Mariah Carey.
Yes.
When I listened to Whitney Houston, I knew it was Whitney Houston.
Yes.
When I listened to these women, I was like, that is who it is, because it's a distinct sound, and that's what I like for my ears. Mm-hmm. So when I decided to put out music, I was like, I'm gonna put out something that sounds like me, and I'm gonna do things that I know I can do, and I can do very well. Mm-hmm. And I got like, they were like, don't like discount us, like we're trying, and I was like, girl, I know you're trying, like, do whatever it is that you do. I'm not shitting on your parade. I just saying what I like. Like, at my shows, I'm gonna be singing live.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this mic down. I'm gonna sing it loud as fuck. Like, cause that's just what I like, and that's just who I am. So
you're like, this is just my point of view. This is what I'm really.
Yeah, like don't get like all up in your feelings.
It was like if you're taking it that way, then
it must mean something. Love you.
Do you feel very attacked?
You'll be okay. I promise.
But no, but I love that, and I hope is that going to be like a continuous theme? Do you think?
I think
for a while.
Yeah, it needs to be, because I miss that. And but the thing about also being good at singing, I think I'm really good at singing is what you should get from this interview. That's what I'm trying to put through. I sound like such a dick.
No, you're speaking your truth. Hello.
Yes. But do you know, I like the thing about being really good at singing is that people don't think you write your music.
Yeah.
So like Mariah Carey again. Mariah Carey wrote 16 of her 17 number ones.
But people don't remember that.
People don't even know that she wrote them.
Yeah.
It's like, at all my shows I'm gonna sing. Mm-hmm. That's just like, that's my bread and butter. Like, that's what I love. But I write every song I've ever put out, I've written. So it's like, don't just count that. It's like both things. Like, yeah, I want singing to be in the forefront, but I also want you to know that I write these songs.
Yes.
And for other artists that are coming up who like love to sing and like only want to be known as singers, there's nothing wrong with that either. But like, for me personally, I get such a joy knowing that that's my story. Yes. And I wrote it. And no one else can say the words that I did, because it's just mine.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
But you've been lucky. It's obviously working in your favor, and people are consuming it, and I think the way that you want it to be consumed.
Yeah, it's been going really well, and the messages I get and the emails are just young LGBTQ kids being like, I never thought I could do this, and I never saw myself being out there like that, but I listen to your songs and they help me see myself. Like, having someone tell me that I've helped them see themselves is all I need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what this shit's about. It's like, I'm in a position right now, thank God, where I can help somebody and push like the agenda forward of like visibility in our community.
No, yeah.
And so that's my goal. My goal is like, yes, being happy and like having money and like being settled and like good and stuff, but it's like, more importantly, I want people to see that it's attainable, because it is. Especially in pop, where you only see like the Aries and the
or just like the same names.
Yeah, the same names. It's like, no, but we're all out here too, trying to like kick and scratch to get in there.
No, yeah, and I think that's what I love about what I've noticed about the LA community with a lot of you guys all know each other
Yeah.
and you celebrate each other and you're promoting each other's music.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of the time how I find your guys' music, because I'm like, you guys
Reach
are all
out.
sharing it, and it's a beautiful thing.
Because it's like, it's just us.
Yeah.
No one else is doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's only, like, Queer Necessities.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest, like, LGBTQ playlists out there. No one else is doing that for us, so it's like, if they're not gonna do it, we're gonna do it for ourselves.
Yeah.
And that, luckily enough, we all, because we live in LA and people think, like, we're, like, someone. Girl, we are not.
We're just
warm. That is it. But it allows us to be seen. And so when that chance comes along, we can put our music on each other's platforms and be like, yo, listen to this.
Yes.
Because we all provide different experiences.
Yes.
And you can hear yourself in someone else. If you can't hear it in me, you could hear it in Miss Benny. You could hear it in Leland. You could hear it in J Hart. You could hear it in Bronze Avery. You could hear it in Parson James. There are so many different stories to be told. And if no one's going to, other than yourself and some other publications, put it in the forefront, then we'll do it ourselves.
Yes.
We're very much a group of people who are like, okay, we'll do it by our damn selves. And they'll see it.
Yeah. No, yeah, and I think that's what's been kind of amazing and why I loved kind of being part of it, and a lot of the reason why I decided to do this is because I want to continue pushing on the message, continue spreading it, because that's what it's all about, because, I mean, these other, the labels and all that stuff, they're just, it's like a cycle. Like they put out the songs, they put out the videos, and it's like okay, on to the next, on to the next. Whereas you guys, you're like at the helm of it all, and you're doing it yourselves, and like it's like more people need to see it.
Yeah. It's because none of this labels don't do tangible things. It's like what's hot right now. It's the reason everyone falls off.
Yeah.
Like everyone's putting out single, as opposed to being like, this is my single. I'm gonna let you sit with this for like 2 months and like really get into knowing me, and also I'm gonna give you content and blah 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 blah. Whereas labels like, oh, that didn't work for a week, like something else. Like, look at Lizzo, perfect example.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
2017, Truth Hurts came out.
And now it's having its moment.
It's number 6.
It's crazy.
So it's like, investing in someone means more than seeing if the numbers rise in the first 24 hours.
Yes.
It's like, just have a little faith. We can do it. And so that's why I've been independent. I've never been with a label. I have no publishing, none of that. It's just been simply fans and publications believing in me and listening to my music and being like, okay, great, let's give him a chance. And then it also comes back down to the artist being like, all right, now I'm gonna work.
Yeah.
So like, get to work.
And that's important that you say that, because I think a lot of people forget about the work. Like things don't just like float out of the air.
None of it.
There's a lot of work that comes behind all of the things that you're doing.
All of it. It's like, my dancers will tell you, like Jamie and Mark, we rehearse way too much.
Yeah.
The writers that I'm with they're always like, Vince, calm down. Like, we don't need to have a session today. I'm like, no, we're gonna have a session today. It's gonna go 7 hours. I love you. You're gonna be mad at me. I'll buy lunch. But it's like, you have to work for it, because there's someone with an entire team behind them working half as hard and will get more than you because they have what they have. So work your ass off, so when you get to the place that you think you deserve, you can feel that moment and be like, I deserve this because I worked so hard to get here.
Yes.
And that's the feeling I want when I get to eventually where I think I want to be. I want to be able to stand in that moment and be like, tight, I work for this. Like whenever everyone, like I just got asked at Pride, and I just played LA Pride, which is a big deal for me.
Yeah.
When I first moved here, I was like, I want to play that. I went every year and I was like, I want to play, like even if it's a small stage. I got to play the main stage at like a perfect time. And after that moment, I got asked in an interview, I was like, do you think that you deserve this? And I said, hell yeah, I think I deserve this. Bitch, you know how much money I spent on, like, but it's like, hell yeah, I think I deserve it because I worked so hard for this. And it was a goal for me. And when it finally happened, I remember crying with my team. I was like, we just like cried backstage. Because it was such a full circle moment of me moving here and like cleaning walls and floors and shit and being like, I want to do that, but until I get there, I'm just going to work out everything else until it's good enough. And when I get there, I can really, really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it.
Oh, that moment must have been like bliss for you.
Like, I remember, like, I blacked out halfway through that show. Like, got done, and like, glitter everywhere, and just like weeping backstage, but being in this like euphoric state of like, this is the feeling that I want to have after everything.
And you are exactly where you need to be.
Yeah. I don't need to be anywhere else. This is perfect.
Yeah.
It was a perfect moment, for sure.
Amazing. I love that. That makes me happy to hear.
Yeah.
You deserve it, girl.
Thank you so much.
So we have Say was your most recent release.
Yeah.
And I love that song.
Thanks.
Whitney vibes, house down, boots house down. Love it. Love it. I don't even know what that phrase means, but I love it.
I never know either, but I always say it. I'm like boots.
House.
And someone's like,
what does that mean? Who
are
knows?
you? I don't know.
It's positive.
Do you like it?
But are we expecting like a visual for Say, or are we already planning on the next move?
That's the thing. Videos cost a lot of money.
Yes, that I'm aware of.
Girl. But I am working on. I had this like huge crazy idea for Say, like bunch of drag queens, like
Ooh.
a whole thing. None of it came to fruition, but the song got a lot of love, and it was probably one of the best moments for me because the people I got to write it with. Pretty Sister was one of my first collaborators when I get out here. He produced Marrow for me and wrote it with me. Sorry, not wrote it, but produced it for me. We did what was the song Mine together, and like he's like my brother. He's the first person I turned to, and I got to write it with Bonnie McKee.
Amazing.
Bonnie McKee's pop legend.
Yes.
Like, iconic, just everything to me. And so I had always been a fan, and I played Charlie Ball, and she was also there, and I got off stage, and she was like, I would love to write a song with you. And I was like, girl, shut up. You don't write a song with me. And like, so I like kind of like waved it off. She sent me a message. Sorry. She asked my number that night, sent me a text being like, no, I want to write a song. And like, was so like on it that it like blew my mind. Cut to me being in her studio with like this magical portrait of like Michael Jackson above this grand piano and like this amazing studio in Silver Lake. And we wrote this song, we just talked about our crushes, and like it was one of the most surreal experiences for me because I was like, I've looked up you for so long, and
now I'm here.
Now I'm here in your house.
Writing a song.
Eating like fried chicken. Like, it was heaven.
That's a full circle moment if I've ever heard
full ass circle moment. And now she's like a homie, and it's like, it's just great because you never expect those moments to happen, but that song came out of a magical moment. And it's like, it's a magical song for me because I love big belty choruses where it's like, just tell me you love me.
Yeah.
Like, cut the bullshit. I know you love me. I see the way you look at me.
It's so joyous. Like, it's just like, it makes you want to smile and dance around the twirl.
Are you tired of being sad?
Yeah.
I don't want to be sad anymore. I don't want to hear about no more breakups. Cut to the next song. It's not a breakup.
Is that like, oh, is it?
It's like, but it's like happy, so you can dance to it if you want.
So there's another single ready.
It's already ready. It's called Someday.
Someday.
Oh my God, no one knows this. It's about a recent breakup, but it's like hopefully maybe someday this will happen again.
Okay.
Like, it's not bad. I try not to, when I break up with someone or if I'm broken up with, I want it to end on good terms. Because we don't go into this being bad people, so I don't want to leave being bad people. Unless you do some like ratchet shit.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I want it to be good. Like, I don't want you to leave hating me, and I don't want to leave hating you. I want to leave and be like, this isn't working. Maybe someday it will.
Ooh.
I write songs. Call me if you need
We
one.
can expect that in a month or so?
Maybe less.
Okay.
Yeah, we're finishing up her tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, finishing final vocals.
I mean, you have like a good roster of singles in your back pocket right now.
Yeah, and I have like 4 already done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So is the plan to maybe release it as like a collection, or?
I'm releasing an EP.
Perfect.
It was supposed to be this week, but the way, cause my month got busy over the month. Like, things just kept getting added.
Okay.
And if I'm gonna put out a body of work, I want to make sure I do it in a way where it's like, I want to present to you this first body of work, and I want it to be really good and to have it be theirs. And so I wasn't gonna rush it. So I'm gonna put out this next song, and then the next thing after that will be the full body of work.
Amazing.
I've already started working on the next EP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're on it.
I just like, I'm like a whore in the sense of like, I want to be singing and writing all the time.
Non-stop. Let's continue. Let's keep it going.
That's all I've been doing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I can't wait to...
It's gonna be great.
Alright. So we got an EP, some tour dates lined up.
Yeah.
World domination.
We're trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's happening.
A little bit of world domination. I just did this new campaign with Apple.
I just saw that.
Yeah.
Is this like a brand new thing? Do you know it was coming?
No. I never know when anything is coming. So when it happened, I was like, what? Because a while back we got an email and they were like, hey, can you send us your headshot? You may be used for this campaign. I was like, sure. Why not? We love publicity. Cut to 2 days ago, and it's like, I'm getting like texts and calls from friends at London Pride, and they're like, your face is over like everything in the subway, and it's on the billboards and like all the squares, and I'm like, what? I'm like sitting on the couch, I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
That's amazing.
It was surreal, and then I got the pictures and I was like, this is wild. And it's the first time that they have like Apple and Gay Times are doing this thing where they're trying to break artists.
Yes.
And it's like an amazing thing because it's never happened with such a huge company before, where it's like the focus is, we know who you are, we love who you are, we see who you are, and we want to break you and help you as much as we possibly can.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do. It's legit, and I'm happy for it. Do whatever you want to do.
And it feels like it's like perfect timing too.
Yeah, it's weird how life works because I'm shit at planning things. Like, I have all the plans in the world. And like most of the time, sometimes they turn out the way I think they will, but like for the most part, things just happen divinely. And I just happen to be in the right place at the right time. And I'm like, okay, great. I'll run with this. Why not? So it's all kind of come at the perfect time around each other, and I'm just happy to be in the center of it.
Yes, you are, and I'm honestly, I'm so thrilled for you because I see the work you put in and the performances, and the music, the visuals, all that you're doing. I feel like it's really, like you feel it pouring out of you.
Thank you.
And you deserve everything that's coming.
Thanks. It's also the sweat that's pouring out of me.
Yeah.
Overheated at every fucking turn.
Yeah.
All the time, like all the fucking time. That's who I am. But yeah, thank you. It's just, I'm just trying. Like I'm not like huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm out here doing things, and people are paying attention, and it's nice. And so I'm gonna keep doing it, and hopefully they keep listening and watching.
Yeah. They will. They will. We're gonna make them.
Keep watching me. I need to pay my rent.
No, but seriously, thank you so much for sitting down and talking with me. It's been so nice.
Oh my God, we're gonna hug. Is this
Hug!
Yes. Am I Gail?
Yes. Bye, everybody. This has been All Track with Vincent.